With Loki's mission a failure, the other informed his master that the population of Earth were not as weak as suspected, but Thanos was undeterred from his quest to recover the Infinity Stones. After the momentous events in New York, the world was significantly changed, with super beings and the existence of aliens becoming widely known. The Scepter was left with S.H.I.E.L.D. for study, while Loki and the Tesseract were taken by Thor to Asgard, where the god of mischief was sentenced to an eternity of imprisonment. The Tesseract and Space Stone within were then put to use, rebuilding the Bifrost to restore their connection to the other realms, many of whom were in chaos, and so Thor also began preparing an army to restore the peace. Despite the victory of the Avengers, there were many innocent lives lost during the battle and extensive damage done to New York. In order to clean up the wreckage scattered across the city, the government hired civilian groups like the Toomes Salvage Company, but Stark Industries soon took over the entire project, putting many out of work. Furious over the loss of their employment and the biggest contract they ever had, Adrian Toomes turned to a life of crime, selling weapons made from the alien technology they had already salvaged. Director Nick Fury, deeply troubled by the loss of Phil Coulson, decided to revive him using Project Tahiti, a disturbing process with severe psychological side effects, causing them to erase the memories of how he was saved, instead replacing them with images of a pleasant recovery on the island of Tahiti. After discovering a Chitauri weapon and making it functional, Benjamin Pollock and Claire Wise went on a crime spree, robbing banks until they were apprehended by S.H.I.E.L.D., who then employed Pollock as a researcher and Wise as an assistant to an agent. Working for VistaCorp, Scott Lang discovered they were purposely overcharging customers and took it upon himself to hack into their system and return what they stole. However, he also decided to break into his boss's mansion, which got him caught, arrested, and sent to San Quentin State Prison. Hoping to use War Machine as a symbol of America, the government renamed him the Iron Patriot, continuing to be sent on missions across the world, while Tony Stark remained at home. Having been deeply traumatized by the events of the Chitauri invasion, Stark turned his attention to creating the Iron Legion, an army of battle droids. In yet another bombing caused by Aldrich Killian's extremis experiments, the Chinese theater in Los Angeles was destroyed, causing Tony's friend Happy Hogan to be hospitalized with injuries. Believing that the Manderin was behind these attacks, Stark publicly threatened the terrorist leader, resulting in an attack that destroyed his home and left many believing Iron Man was killed. However, Tony Stark survived, with the Jarvis AI system taking him to safety, landing in Tennessee before it lost power. Stark then spent some time working to repair his suit and investigating the first Mandarin bombing, but he was soon tracked down by Aldrich Killian's agents, engaging in a street fight from which he barely survived. Meanwhile, Pepper Potts and War Machine were both captured by Killian, who continued to use the fake Mandarin to take credit for the bombings, threatening the President of the United States and making him the target of various propaganda videos. Leaving his Iron Man suit with a local boy who'd been getting him supplies while he stayed hidden, Stark tracked down the location of the Mandarin, who he finally learned was just the actor Trevor Slattery. However, he was soon knocked unconscious and taken captive. With War Machine as their prisoner, Killian was able to take off the armor and give it to his soldier Savin, sending him to attack Air Force One and capture the president so that the vice president could be sworn into office, a man in the pocket of Killian who promised to cure his disabled daughter. James Rhodes managed to escape from captivity, as did Tony Stark when his Iron Man suit finished its repairs and came to his rescue. Stark and Rhodes then set out to confront Killian and rescue the hostages, and while they were badly outnumbered, the Iron Legion soon arrived under the control of Jarvis. Stark then set out to rescue Pepper Potts, who had been exposed to extremis against her will, while Rhodes rescued the president. However, Pepper soon fell from a great height into fire and was presumed dead, leaving Iron Man to battle Killian. But soon they learned Pepper Potts survived, thanks to her new extremis powers, taking over the fight and defeating their enemy. After the battle, Stark destroyed the Iron Legion and helped remove what had been done to Pepper, before finally having the surgery necessary to remove the shrapnel from his chest, throwing the discarded arc reactor into the sea. Do your shopping on Amazon? Then why not use the link in the description box below to either the Canadian, American, or UK Amazon sites, where you support the channel with every purchase at no extra cost to you. So if you do your shopping on Amazon anyway, why not use the link below and help support CivilizationEx? A special thanks to all those who contribute to CivilizationEx, like Hayaki Snowbeard, Jory Redblade, Glegnus Son of Vorin, and First Spear Centurion, Aditya Gaturu. If you would like to help CivilizationEx, click on the Patreon link, and please be sure to like and subscribe, and click on the links to see more.